Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Captain Andrew Helbig speaking. On behalf of myself and the entire crew, we just want to thank you for joining us. And sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the in-flight movie.
Hi, my name is Nickele Morgan. I work at Perry Local School District in Perry, Ohio. I teach 6th grade math and science, and my fellowship took me to Iceland. So I chose Iceland initially because part of my science curriculum has to do with rocks and minerals, and we spend a lot of time here in Ohio studying the sedimentary rocks that make up our world. I also heard right before I was about to submit my fellowship that a volcano started erupting, and so I thought there might be an off chance I got to see it, but I didn't because it ended. So one of the things that I really wanted to do when I designed my fellowship was to snorkel in Silfra Fissure, which is a fissure in the earth that was opened up through plate tectonic spreading, and now it's part of a lake, and it's filled with water that's spring fed and basically sits at about 34 degrees Fahrenheit year round. So they bundle us all up in dry suits, and you get a chance to snorkel in what is probably the most clear water I've ever seen, and also definitely the coldest water I've ever been in. It took about 30 minutes to feel my lips again. I also coach track here, and there was a day that we were, walking along the black sand beaches and just generally enjoying all the volcanic world that we were living in, and we wandered over to a local high school where I saw that the long jump pit was filled in with volcanic black sand, which I just thought was fantastic. We had the opportunity to go on a boat ride into a glacial lagoon. So that was, a glacier came down to the water, and then, we boated around there, and there were, big chunks of ice that had calved off the glacier that were floating along in there. Got to really truly see the vastness of how much used to be underwater, which was absolutely impressive and makes you really take to heart how boats can sink when they hit icebergs. So one of the other places that I visited when I was there was called, I'll probably mispronounce this, but Jaime Island, and it's an archipelago of islands off of the island of Iceland that were formed by volcanoes. Yeah, there's something called the lava show where apparently these scientists spent a good 4 or 5 years wondering if they could make, let's call it tourist lava. Iceland has had a number of eruptions in the past, 20 to 30 years that people have been able to get really close to and observe, but obviously that's not ideal for many volcanic eruptions, and yet people still have this desire to see lava up close. It was the coolest thing to see, those ideas that I teach in the classroom kind of come to life in front of my eyes. This is my second fellowship, and I find myself learning more and more every time, and feeling incredibly lucky that I get to take these experiences back to the people that I work with, and the children who get to see the world through my eyes.